The FBI says a man who robbed 3 banks this month told arresting officers that he did it so he could buy gifts for the holidays. But a federal complaint says he told a bank employee he was doing it because he was way behind in his rent payments. Devell Luster, 55, is formally charged with robbing a bank in Morgan Park last week, but an FBI agent's complaint linked him to 2 additional holdups since December 3, one of which allegedly netted him just $93.97. Luster allegedly did much better than that during his first robbery at PNC Bank, 8700 South Cottage Grove, on December 3. The FBI agent said he sat down with a banker to discuss a loan, but the loan officer became suspicious because Luster offered short, vague, one-word answers to their questions. "I know the protocols," Luster allegedly stated at one point, demanding $5,000, and saying he knew the banker had to give him money. "I have people watching the branch," he told the banker while reaching into his pocket and saying he didn't want anyone to get hurt, according to the FBI complaint. He eventually walked out with $5,000 cash, but warned the banker not to call anyone about the robbery for an hour. A week later, on December 10, Luster scored a measly $93.97 when he robbed Chase Bank, 712 East 87th, in Chatham. While discussing loan possibilities with Luster, a banker noticed he was wearing black rubber gloves. "I demand $10,000. I have a weapon," Luster allegedly announced, explaining that he was $9,500 behind on his rent. The FBI agent said the banker advised Luster to leave because he had not yet committed a robbery, but Luster persisted and eventually got away with the paltry sum. Once again, he allegedly told the bank employees to wait an hour before calling the police. Finally, around 10:15 a.m. Wednesday, December 18, Luster entered PNC Bank, at 10701 Southwestern, and told the greeter that he wanted to speak with someone about a mortgage. No loan officers were in the bank at the time, so the receptionist gave Luster a pen and pad of paper to write down his contact information. When Luster returned the paper, a demand note was allegedly written on the pad: "Charles Richland, I'm not really here for this. I want $5,000. With all this demand meet, no silent alarm until after I leave in 3 hours, and go back out west. Keep everything casual," I guess he means casual. "No signs or alerts." Pause. What the hell is wrong with our educational system? Who taught Devell Luster how to read and write? Anyway, I digress. Let me get back to the story. As the bank worker read the note, Luster allegedly told them, "I only want $5,000. The agent said one of the bank's tellers slipped a GPS tracker into a stack of cash, which they handed to Luster. Chicago cops followed the tracker's signal and arrested Luster on a pace bus about 2 blocks north of the bank. They said they immediately suspected he was the robber because he was wearing the same clothing as the robber, and he had a bunch of cash in his hands. The FBI agent reported that Luster had $8,258 on him at the time of his arrest. He initially refused to speak with detectives at Area 2 Police Headquarters. But, about 15 minutes after he asked for a lawyer, Luster told a detective that he wanted to speak with them. He proceeded to confess to all 3 robberies, according to the FBI agent's complaint. The agent said Luster told police he was under stress and was trying to buy people gifts for the holidays. This is a special Christmas edition of Goofy Gang, Chicago's most dangerous street organization, presented by the Cartoon News Network. Please, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you can rock with us in 2025 and beyond.
A would-be carjacker who got disarmed and then beaten with his own gun is also a member of Goofy Gang. Richard Rubio, 32, received a 4-year sentence after pleading guilty to attempted robbery in connection with the botched hijacking. After receiving various credits, he won't spend any time in prison. The botched carjacking occurred at 56th and Colin Avenue, just east of Midway Airport, on November 26, 2022. Moments after a man parked near the intersection, Rubio, wearing a ski mask, allegedly walked up to the front passenger door, pointed a gun at the woman sitting in the passenger seat, and ordered her out. The woman complied, and Rubio walked to the driver's door as the man got out from behind the wheel. He demanded the victim's wallet, but the man said he didn't have one, and asked if he could simply get his phone out of the car before Rubio took it. Rubio refused, and said he would be taking the phone with him. He was wrong about that. Very, very, very wrong. As Rubio prepared to enter the victim's car, the man lunged at him and grabbed his gun, sending both men to the ground. Prosecutors said the victim applied a chokehold to Rubio and punched him over and over and over and over and over again, over beating his dumb ass until he finally let go of the gun. Then, the victim took control of the weapon and used it to beat Rubio over and over and over and over and over again, while the female victim called 911. When Chicago police officers arrived, the victim finally let go of Rubio so he could be taken into custody. The cops allegedly found a 9mm ghost gun nearby, but never located its ammunition magazine. This month, Rubio pleaded guilty to attempted robbery before Judge Diana Kenworthy, court records show. The judge sentenced him to 4 years, but Rubio earned 745 days of credit while the case was pending, primarily by wearing an ankle monitor at home. The balance of his sentence will be satisfied by the state's automatic 50% sentence reduction for good behavior. So, I hope Richard Rubio learned his lesson. Next time, put bullets in your gun when attempting to carjack someone who can fight.
A member of Goofy Gang has been charged with robbing a South Side grocery store, while on electronic monitoring for a pending burglary case. Timothy Bowden, 28, robbed the store while enjoying the essential movement privileges bestowed upon electronic monitoring detainees, according to the sheriff's office. Essential movement allows people outfitted with ankle monitors to spend 2 days a week outside their homes, purportedly to complete essential activities like applying for jobs, grocery shopping, and going to medical appointments. Aggravated robbery is typically not considered an approved essential activity. On Monday, December 16th, Chicago police responded to a robbery at La Feria grocery store, 9704 South Commercial, in South Deering. A 46-year-old store employee told officers the man passed her a hold-up note that said, "Give me the money, I got a gun." After getting cash, the robber ran from the store. According to his CPD arrest report, cops found Bowden about a block away, wearing clothes similar to the robber's. The store's cashier confirmed that he was the robber. Judge Caroline Glennon Goodman detained Bowden's dumbass on a charge of aggravated robbery. According to her detention order, the store employee told police that Bowden had robbed the store another time too, but he's only charged with last week's robbery. Bowden was arrested on another burglary charge in September 2023, and had been on electronic monitoring since July, according to the Cook County Sheriff's Office. Even though people on essential movement can enjoy 2 days per week outside their homes, those days are still applied against any prison sentence they receive upon conviction. Under Cook County's 2025 budget, operational control of the county's primary electronic monitoring program is slated to transfer from the Sheriff's Office to the county court system. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, who has often voiced his concerns about judges placing violent criminals on electronic monitoring, has been trying to unload the program from his office for years.